Good morning on the YouTube, and this is the real Jacqueline Striblin. I want you to know Asia Wheeler. You and Rhonda Bush, Lisa Bush, Cat, all you little dirty bitches. The ones I know and don't know, Steve and Charles. You and Charles McGee and the rest of these old raggedy rundown men that think you very smart and clever, you doing dirt to somebody, oh, they're gonna catfish you. Rhonda Bush, when I catch up with you, I'm gonna stomp your fucking ass. And I'm your auntie. But I'm gonna get you for the old and the new that you and Latoya been doing behind my back on my damn identity, right along with Asia Rayel Wheeler and Shaquilla Quinn and Tania Sterling and Regina Bush. Tina Lofton Mosley, her ass too. That goddamn Angela Williams and Linda Reeves also. Y'all people thought you was so clever and smart. You too, Leora Scott and Shia Wilson. Sharon Wilson, Kevin Thurman, Charles McGee Jr., Mr. Chachi, all the wannabe pimps and the hoes and the bust downs, spreading their asses all around town, and then YouTube want to get on the back of my shit and try to constrict me from telling the truth. YouTube is gonna be sued. Facebook is gonna be sued. Chrome and any of the other operating systems that's illegally connected to Jacqueline Striblin's identity. Joel Crawford and Andre Lanier and any other SOB that's sitting on my identity that has no business sitting there. And any MF too, since you don't want me to say what I want, because you full of sugar, honey, ice, tea. All of you on Facebook and YouTube and Chrome, on MySpace with Rhonda Bush, with the Wall Street Journal, with the Huff Post, because she's sitting on my identity, Rhonda Bush and Asia Wheeler. They think they real clever and smart with Steve and Charles, the hoes around town doing the bust down on the back of Facebook on the Plenty Fish, the tender fans only, where you're prostituting yourselves on the back of Facebook and YouTube. Asia Rayel Wheeler, Stephen Charles and his mini concubine of whores. There's a bitch named Destiny sitting on my identity. I don't know that yellow faced woman. However, she's disrespecting me on my identity streaming through my telephone with Stephen Charles. Because Stephen Charles is the only person who has ever had all of my telephone numbers, him and Asia Wheeler. So it's a reasonable deduction that it's the two secret lovers doing the dirt on my identity. Asia Wheeler, are you ready to go to the penitentiary, you and Stephen Charles? Oh, I want to marry you. No, because you married to Asia Wheeler, pretending like she's Jacqueline Striblin. Now you need to marry the real, authentic woman, and now you going to come with some bullshit. No, you're married to Asia Wheeler under the falsification of being Jacqueline Striblin because she hooked up to Jacqueline Striblin's identification and equipment. Asia Wheeler. Stephen Charles is hooked up on my HP computer, him and Angela Caver up under the massage envy and chasing distribution. I know exactly what you done, love. And when you look around, the authorities is gonna have you. Why you think you doing dirt in the background? You want to be a shadow, the book of shadows with the three witches, the charm ones. Because you think you an incredible one on my shit, on Jokey Huff, Reginald Wilson Jr. You thought you were very clever hacking into my identity with the Comcast through Jokey Huff. You're going to go to jail, Mr. Reginald Wilson Jr., security guard. All these landlords and these raggedy ass run down, dilapidated old toe down ass properties and real estate. And they want to talk about real estate. You got a bunch of slum bum ass landlords out here like Penelope Jackson. And she's so quick to tell you about, oh, this and that, because they all been doing dirt on the back of your identity. Because they all some old raggedy shoe ran over old Popeye raggedy bitches thinking they slick. And they not slick. They just some bust down Bettys. No more, no less. And then they want to get on your identity and talk some mess. No, 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 no. You are the deceitful one. You are the ones creating the deception. Because I'm real and authentic. You want to get on the biometrics so that you can have a shadow over someone's fingerprints and everything else, their facial recognition, everything that they own on their telephone, because it does not belong to you, Latoya Denise Smith, Rhonda Yvette Bush, Tina Lofton Mosley, Angela Lynn Williams, Shakayla Marie Dunn, Deja Williams, Renee Wilson, Kenteris Williams, who's hooked up to your things with the Xbox One since 2016 when they moved into the building and stole access to your direct TV and everything else that you own on the back of your telephone, on your Samsung Galaxy 3, on your side slide Style '03 with Asia Wheeler and Stephen Charles and Charles McGee Jr. with the Dopamine album. My neighbors, my family, and my friends that sit around me to do low life things towards me. You need to get you some integrity because you don't have any integrity. And you get mad at me because I call you out on your malarkery. And I'm going to keep on calling you out on your malarkery, Asia Wheeler, Latoya Smith, Kevin Armstrong. Because Kevin Armstrong and Janice Hobbs from Houston, Texas, has been connected to my identity since 2010. Miss Goody Two Shoes. Yes, Janice, I know you was jealous all the time, baby. But you and Kevin was in a boat together. He's a drug head and you a drug head too. You went from crack cocaine to popping pills. Because you been a dope fiend your whole life, Janice Hobbs. Latrice Hobbs Armstrong. Now your last name is Williams. And you are a mother of 6 children, Latrice Hobbs. And yes, I'm your stepmother. But your father did not appreciate the goodness that God had put into his life because he was another man who allowed his mother to destroy his relationship. I'm looking at Shaquilla Quinn. Shaquilla Quinn has destroyed her life and her children's life, being a deceitful person. Listening to Victoria Quinn, who is a jealous, evil hearted woman with cancer. And see, cancer comes from evilness and stress. And it comes from being deceitful, also, Asia. Because you're a deceitful woman with a whole lot of deception in your mother's life. But before this is all said and done, I'm going to get your miserable ass out of my life, Asia Wheeler, creating havoc and destruction on all of my equipment that I have purchased. Because that's my money, bitch. You ain't spent none of it. That's my money. Does not belong to you. It's not your identity. Shanetta Tate. Scorpio little girl, because you're a little girl under me. You have no business on my identity with Andre Lanier. Shanetta Tate. You and Tracy Tate Lanier, the social worker, the first lady at the Growth Gathering Church organization with a fake phony ass. Sandra Tate, she's a fake and a fraud too. All of the Tate family. We got Tony Lane on the phone. He's a DJ with Melissa Lane. You got Roxanne Rosario, who's sitting on here with Oliver Rosario, who is my cousins, Rodney Broadway and Rocky Broadway. I know who you are. Riri is Big Swole. That's Maria Ricci, who's going with Joe Crawford. Sneaking around, creeping around, horning around, and busting down, just like she was busting down with Jimmy Earl Wheeler Sr. back in the day. Because y'all all been some deceitful, dirty, backstabbing, weasel ass people. All of you, my friends and family. With friends and family like you, I don't need enemies because you are my enemy. Right? Close and up and personal. My own daughter, my own nieces, my own best friend, Adrian Russell, Reginald Barnes, old bust down yellow face ass, James Robert McCullen, old yellow ass. Old bust down Betty's, old doing the whole around town with any old bitch that'll get down. Y'all have fun on Facebook, cause you are not in my category, cause you all are much to be desired. Cause the deception that you think you fooling me, your game is up and your game is through. I don't want to have anything to do with any of you. The Capricorn, the Aquarius, the Sagittarius, the Scorpio. I don't want to have nothing to do with none of you. Cause you were not truthful. You were liars and backstabbers. I don't deal with those kind of people. Because I know who I am. I'm a beautiful individual inside and out. And if I can't help you, I'll leave you alone. And when I find out that you're my enemy, I'll leave you alone. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. And Stephen Charles, you have been my enemy for 30 years. While you sneak around, creep around, whore around, and bust down with any old bitch around town. You can get off the back end of my identity. And Facebook and YouTube want to talk about respect. You have no respect because I haven't been shown any respect since I got up on here in 2008 on Facebook and you hacked in on everything that I own, Adrian Russell, because you've been on my identity since 2008 when I first opened up my very first Facebook page, and you all stole it and became vindictive and malicious towards me on the background of my telephones, tracking and tracing and following me around while you horn around in a hotel doing the bust down with Stephen Charles, Asia Wheeler, and Charles McGee Jr. You wanted to get out there in the street and whore around so bad, he pulled you in to be his concubine whore. Because you are a whore, Asia Wheeler. A backstabbing, sneaky ass, low life, non trustworthy whore. And I want you to know I'm your mother. And you can't do no more to me than you have already done to me. Because the love that I had for you, it is now gone. It's no more there. It's there no more because you killed it, you dirty bitch. You killed that love that I had. That go for you, your auntie Regina with a thieving line, conning old dirty ass. Cause y'all are some low life people in my family. Esther Willingham, you're going to jail for stolen identity of Jacqueline Striblin in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You and your judges and your lawyers and your con artists, bankers, and all of those people with the Georgetown Department of Government with Philadelphia. You going to jail, you and Mr. Daniels. Because y'all thought y'all was real clever on my identity. Y'all are a malarkery of disappointment. Because that's what you are. You are truly disgusting people. You all have a great and wonderful day. Because you disgusting. You disgust me.